are some of the biggest mistakes? We're talking about innovation. You thought of this idea to connect what's now 3 million
Right.
vendor sellers to Amazon, but what are some of the biggest mistakes companies make when it comes to innovation? Like where should they be pumping the brakes and not go so fast?
Right, right. Well, there's a lot of mistakes that companies make, but the two I would talk about is first is that when it truly is a new idea, we call those bets at Amazon. A bet is something you don't know if it's going to work or not, right? That is the definition of what a bet is. Big companies don't understand making a bet versus just a smart investment. And they intermingle those two types of investments, so they have the same approval process, the same governance process, and the same heavyweight approaches to them. You need to deal with bets very differently than you do other types of programs and investments. So that's mistake number one. Mistake number two that I'll talk about is when they do have a winner, right? A great idea. What happens? Well, they immediately shoot for the moon, right? And so they commit to scaling it, they commit to the street, they commit to budgets and finance without having it to perfection, right? And perfection means both the customer experience, the operational aspects of it, the unit cost basis. All aspects have to be perfected. And so there needs to be this in-between phase of we've tested an idea, it's great, and scaling. There's an in-between phase that's called incubation. And that incubation is when you're getting everything about it right, and you have to be patient, and it's hard to predict exactly how long is it going to be until I'm ready to scale. But leaders get so impatient because they know they have a winner, so we're going to commit to it, and that's where some of the mistakes happen.
You have to take your time.
You have to take your time.
I like that you mentioned the bet part. It's almost kind of like bet on yourself, right?
Right.
In business, or if you have an idea, but taking a risk. It's okay to take risk, right?
It is. In fact, I think that at a corporate level, there's, the biggest risk they have is that they're not taking enough bets on the future. But don't confuse thinking big with betting big. You need to have a big vision. And so a big part of innovation is being able to articulate and envision the future, but then you got to be able to dial it back to small incremental bets. And neither of those two are the natural orientation of most really good operational leaders.